Mars. This is a week to relax. This is a week to reconnect. This is a week to heal. Now, this healing can be both physical, but also mental and psychological, as well as focusing on health too.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Dawn Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
We're going to start out with the astrology. We always begin with the moon. The new moon is this week on the 24th at 12:10 in the afternoon in the sign of Leo at 2 degrees 7 minutes. Set your intentions, write them down in a place where you always keep them. Because on the first quarter, April 23rd of 2026, at 3 degrees 56 minutes of Leo, that's when you're going to do all the work on this project. So you got to know what your intentions were. The full moon doesn't come until January 22nd of 2027 at 2 degrees 14 minutes, and that's when everything is lit up. You can make alterations at the last minute and pivot away. The last quarter is November 20th of 2027 at 8:25 in the evening, 20 degrees 57 minutes. Now there are 3 void of course times on the 21st at 12:51 p.m. and all times I give are Phoenix times, 20 degrees 5 minutes until the 22nd at 5:26 in the morning when it moves into Cancer. On the 23rd at 5:41 p.m., 21 degrees 5 minutes until the 24th at 8:29 a.m. when it moves into Leo. And last, on the 26th at 4:01 a.m. at 24 degrees 34 minutes until 1:56 in the afternoon when it moves into the sign of Virgo. Okay, Taurus, the moon is conjunct Venus right now, your planet, and that gives you a good balance between thoughts and feelings. You have an excellent memory right now, and you always were a good storyteller. You express with warmth and clarity and would do well in teaching, writing, or in psychology. Your emotional insight fosters meaningful connections. Your charm, warmth to attract affection and refined taste helps you with emotional closeness. Bring comfort. You're a good companion and you're able to create peace in your relationships. Later in the week, Venus squares Saturn. That tends to bring on an early lesson in life of emotional boundaries and trust. You approach love with great caution, which can be influenced by your past experience and possibly, maybe, a fear of rejection. We all have that. Time and healing will soften that defense and foster joy and reciprocity in relationships. Venus has a sextile this week, and that blends ease and social grace together. Affectionate, kind, and drawn to the arts, beauty, and cozy environments. Emotional intelligence leads to building deep, supportive relationships. Dawn, what do you have in tarot?
Thank you, Miss Bonnie. Let's take a look at the tarot and see if it aligns with astrology this week. This, again, is for Taurus. Taurus, what does the universe and spirit want to share with you? Spirit, please let me know. On the bottom of the deck, we have the energy of your week, which is a beautiful, wonderful Queen of Pentacles. And I'm going to put that up again because of the background sometimes messes things up. The Queen of Pentacles. I like this because it's a nurturing energy this week. It's a nurturing energy to help you realize your wants, wishes, desires, and your destinations, your goals, shall we say. So don't be surprised if you find things moving very easily this week and to your advantage. Now, this is not your energy. I remind you, this is your environment. But you know, your environment can make things difficult when it wants to, or it can make things easy. And this week, I'm getting the easy, the big burp, burp, easy, easy, easy. So I love it, love it. So let's see what you have in store for you. You have a card of patience and temperance. Whew, temperance is finding balance. Okay, this is interesting because with this card, I think you've had a rough period. And that's what I'm getting. And the universe has said, you know what, let's shift that. Let's take a little break. Let's give them a little relief. And that's what this is saying. We're going to give a little relief. We're going to take the foot off the gas and put a little, let's slow down a little bit and let it flow and let's kind of catch up. For those folks who've had a rough, again, this is you having a break. You're finally going to have a respite. So this will be a good week for you, Taurus. This is a week to relax. This is a week to reconnect. This is a week to heal. Now, this healing can be both physical, but also mental and psychological, as well as focusing on health too. Okay, if you've had health issues, this is a week where you're going to feel a break finally, some relief, and you're going to feel, okay, is this one and done, or is this going to happen this way continuously? You're going to have some relief there. If you're having some psychological issues and you're having some emotional highs and lows, this is a week we're going to see that kind of steady out as well. Don't be surprised if the fights and the arguments that you've had with your family members and your friends, they kind of find themselves a resolution. If you have not reached out to someone in a while because you were mad with them or they were mad with you, this is a week to do it. This is a week to reach out and say, hey, just wanted to check in on you. I'm not asking you to rehash the old problems, by the way. Don't go there with that. I'm not asking you to revisit that and have a conversation about that unless that's where they take you. This is just a week to reach out and let them know that you were thinking about them and that they are still significant in your life, even if both of you are mad at each other. This is brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. This is everyone. This is old friends. This is old acquaintances, people whom you got mad at. Reach out, reestablish, and connect. Okay, that's the energy this week. And the universe is wanting you to do that. They're going to support you for that. This is a two, I love it, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands have said it is work. And so plan how you do it. Make sure that you do, make sure if you're going to do it, you set yourself the right environment. Okay, it's quiet, it's not chaotic because you don't want to be disturbed because you're going to have, you want to reconnect and the conversation could take a little time. And also you want to make sure that you can focus. So you don't want things around you distracting you. You want to make sure that, again, you provided yourself enough time so you don't have to jump off the phone quickly if it turns into a long conversation. Make sure also if it is intended to be a long conversation and it's quick, just let it go that way because it's going to take as long as it needs. So don't force it, Don't make something happen that isn't, and don't make something less of a significance when it's more or more of a significance when it's less, all right? So let's work through that. Let's make sure we set our space up, and then again, make the phone call. And if we reach out, don't be surprised if they respond because that's the judgment card. So with the energy you bring, if you're bringing some hostility, you're going to get hostility back because it's going to be a mirror situation. That's what the judgment card does. So really, truly let it go and have a good positive energy and say, you know what, man, when we left, it was ugly. When we had the last conversation, it was ugly. But I'm going to not have that influence me now. I really want to reconnect. I really do want to see how they're doing. I want to see if life has been good for them. If they're doing okay, I want to make sure they're healthy. I don't want them to be on the other side and me not know, that kind of stuff. So enter it with a wonderful, warm feeling and you'll get it back. And again, keep the structure. The structure is no grievances, no rehashing, just enjoying the moment, go with the flow, and leave the hostility behind. Taurus, an amazing read, a great read, because this is all about emotion. This week is all about emotion for you, which is not a good, comfortable Taurus feel. I know it's not comfortable for you to be talking about emotions and feelings, and also you wanting to take control. Generally speaking, you need to let the control happen and let it flow. You need to not expect certain outcomes. Instead, let the flow come to where it needs to come or go where it needs to go. All right. And with that said, I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing week. Please show us a little love, by the way, as well, by hitting that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. If you're on Your Love Goddess, which is Miss Bonnie's channel, please pop over to Sonoran Mystic Tarot and hit subscribe there as well. I have the same button in the lower right-hand corner. If you're on my side, pop over to Your Love Goddess, which is Miss Bonnie's, and do the same. And if you're invited to and so called to do so, pop over to Cards and Constellations. That is our combined channel. And pop and subscribe there. We would appreciate it. Show us the love. When you hit that share button, you help us grow, you help us spread the word, and we would truly appreciate that. Until next week, love, light, and blessings from Miss Bonnie and her family, me and my family, to you and yours. I wish you well. And share. Let me know what you have, what you're experiencing, how this goes. Just give us some feedback, message us. We would appreciate it. Have a great one. Bye-bye.